Kia ora fam, hope you all are doing well. But yeah, I think it's a full moon on Wednesday. It's Leo season. And yeah, let's see what energies coming through for us in the collective. Oh, excuse me. Need to do those of love, light, frequency, truth, justice, and peace only. I was just at the water, or I'm just at the water. I just poured libation. It was very cooling and refreshing, and it's quite icy. The wind is quite icy, but it's actually kind of nice and refreshing. So I'm grateful for a refresh. I'm grateful for cleansing, cooling of the nervous system. Grateful for libation. We offer libation ceremony for those that need it. It can just be for those that are going through transformation and change and need some spiritual support and prayers in connection with your ancestors, your benevolent ancestors, calling in your ancestors to support this. It can also be for those that are going through change like death, like physical, like actual death, or change that doesn't feel so good as well. It's a really beautiful way to honor your ancestors. Libation is a mimicking of the rain, so it's like pouring water or liquor sometimes onto the earth, but we use water to fertilize the soil. And so when you do that action and you're doing that ceremony in alignment with your prayer and your words or affirmation or whatever it may be, it is sealing this memory, utilizing those prayers and affirmations, if you will put it that way. So something that I do regularly. I should do it more often, to be honest. I've been a bit slack with my libation, but that's why we're out here, to say thank you, to speak blessings and healing for myself and of others that I love as well. Okay. Oh yes, and what was I saying? That's available on our site if you like want us to do that on your behalf. So you can look up our libation ceremony. Alrighty. Those of love, light, high frequency, truth, justice, and peace only. And for those that want to know or learn how to do that yourself, I think that's on our Substack for like our paid subscribers. I think we have a video up there on libation. Yeah. What guidance and affirmation do you have for us, the collective, this week and this upcoming full moon on Wednesday? The Hierophant, number 5. What guidance and affirmation do you have for the collective watching this reading? And yeah, coming up to this full moon, 7 of Cups and Justice, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, that's 4, is it? Is V 4 or is V 5? I keep getting confused. I think it's 4. Whatever. So it might be 4 and 7. 4, 7, 7. 7 of Cups, Justice. Libra. Page of Wands. Like Aries, Leo. The High Priestess. Number 2. 5 of Wands at the base of the deck. There's definitely some like contracts. I was going to say justice being served, but when it's like justice being served, it's not necessarily like a negative thing. I'm seeing it as like there's like a new contract or like new commitment or something being established is what I heard this full moon. So something coming into justice, something coming into harmony, something coming into fairness, also integrity. Could be in our like, we could be making a new commitment, or we're called to make new commitments in our rituals and routine and traditions with the Hierophant. This is very like, just the Hierophant and Justice is like very, it's giving, and the High Priestess actually on the other side. Okay. I was gonna say, so there's this element of mystery, especially in the future, Okay, I'm seeing the harmony here. So the Hierophant for me is like very like traditional. It can just be your own traditions and routine, or just routine, ritual, if you don't resonate with tradition. In the middle, there's the Justice card. So there's the fairness, the harmony, the well-intentionedness. And then on the right side, there's the High Priestess, which is like, it's kind of giving like the so-called masculine and feminine energy on either sides of ourselves, being called to work together. So in our ritual and routine, we're called to actually harness our imagination. We might be feeling a lot of emotions or looking at different choices and options that we have, and we're supposed to approach these choices and options with fairness, with Libra energy, with looking at both sides of the coin, I'm seeing, and weighing things out and making sure things are like this. I also heard of having a light heart, so we may need to approach things from a position of having a light heart. It's interesting, it's Leo season. Leo's ruled by the heart. Also heard light in our load. And then with Page of Swords, the High Priestess, so how we will, so there's our routine, our ritual, our structure, right? And we're looking at all these different options, and we're looking at how we feel. We're looking at things that are illusion as well, things that maybe we thought were substantial but they're not. We're looking at snakes in the grass. Those Seven of Cups are so many different things. And then with the other side of things, with our higher intuition, our wisdom, more of that like feminine, divine feminine within us and our beings, we're actually called to be youthful and playful. So maybe that's where we're tapping into that like Leo energy. I'm also seeing like we can trust our intuition when it comes to trusting something. So if our intuition is like leading us in a direction, we're called to trust that. We're also not going to have like all the answers to things as well. Some of us are like letting go of or defensiveness, or we are standing in our power, and that's closing out a cycle. So some of us need to call our life force back from like any conflict or changes, grief. Guidance and information do you have for us, the collective that's watching this video, this I was going to say Leo season, and also full moon? Eight of Swords. Whoop. Yeah, so some of us are kind of maybe in our head a little bit. 5, 6, 7. Maybe because of some hurt that some of us have like undergone, or maybe Eight of Swords could be anything. It can just be like something that's keeping us in a mental loop. So maybe that's also part of our routine. And that Five of Cups. So that's also coming from, again, that grief or that loss some of us have experienced. So some of us have gone through some grief, some loss, and it's kind of kept us like trapped in how we view things, maybe, or in a certain routine and way of doing things, or tradition that we have. King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sag. So there's justice for us in any loss that we have gone through. And any loss that we have gone through is actually bringing us more intimacy. Any rejection that, I feel like there's a seagull next to me and I feel like it's listening to me. Sorry. Any rejection that we have gone through or felt, or just like emotional grief, is bringing us more intimacy if we let it. Intimacy with ourselves and intimacy with like someone else or the divine. And with King of Wands, this is us and Eight of Wands at the base of the deck. This is encouraging us to like really be confident in our leadership. There's like new contracts here of confidence, charisma. It's I kept pulling Adinkra, the chief of the Adinkra symbols. So that's like, and it's the 3 circles within themselves. I actually have it on my chest, and it's a symbol of chieftaincy, but it's also like charisma, leadership. It also resonates for me leading from the heart with the King of Wands as well. Fire sign energies and being in Leo season, leading from our heart is really, really important, and this is what's going to bring justice at the end of the day. The King of Wands is the so-called masculine, so it's external action, it's movement. 8 of Wands, it's communication, and that communication is going to bring expansion. The Fool. Yeah, there's a lot of new energies that, and strength, the Leo at the base of the deck. So there's strength required on our part, and it's strength to take a risk, it's strength to try something new, it's strength to make changes, do something that we haven't done before, to get in touch with our inner child and our inner like youthfulness. So we're really encouraged to branch out and have new experiences, go on that little adventure. Your guidance information to have for us, the collective, this human. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah, because that's where we're going to meet like our destiny, and where we're going to meet healing and community as well. Healing of trauma, healing of like our womb space. Yeah, some of us have gone through like a little bit of hurt. But I will say, like, some of this hurt is like, or the light that's being shed on hurt that we have experienced is actually positive, because it's showing us like what we actually want and what is actually going to be emotionally satisfying for us. I'm also seeing some of us are more stuck in our heads than we need to be. Like, you know, when you kind of, something positive is happening and then you like self-sabotage, or your mind is like gets anxious, or you're like go back into old loops of thinking when something positive is actually happening, you know, because you're scared, or something you haven't experienced before. So we need to be mindful of that. It's important for us to be positive. It's important for us to let ourselves be seen, spend time in the sun, spend time doing things that make us feel warm, creative. Creative expression is important. And I'm also saying it's important for us to detach from emotionally from what we need to, because that's what's going to align us with more emotional fulfillment. So detaching from discontentment. You know, sometimes we're like, we are saying that, well, I'm not satisfied with this, I'm not satisfied with that. But if we change our perspective a little bit, and align with what does bring us satisfaction, like, it's okay to identify those things, but then how much you're going to keep going over it. Yeah, some of us are just anxious about new beginnings and scared to get out of our like old routine or something. But there's a lot of discernment, there's a lot of there's Gemini energy here, Leo. There's a lot of discernment, there's a lot of wisdom in our future. Like, we can trust ourselves. There's a lot of like intuitiveness, and our hurt or whatever we have gone through in the past has actually taught us a lot. But it's also up to us to let go of or transmute anxiety, transmute worry, transmute fear, into trust, Queen of Swords, into trust of our intuition, trust of our higher self, trust of our Uri, trust of where the divine feminine within ourselves is leading us. Okay, let's pull some other cards quickly. Yeah, there's a lot of like mental energy, so some of us might need to like release some of that tension. But then there's also like some beautiful energies here as well, so it's kind of a mixed bag, fam. It's like some things feel good, some things feel, it's kind of like giving bittersweet vibes or something like that. Guidance and information. What shadows are coming up for you at this time, and what stories are they trying to tell you? So shadows, that's like the negative things. Like, what are the negative things within like saying to you? I heard voices. I also heard, what was I gonna say before? It's gone. Oh, hidden agendas or something like that. Don't know what that was about. Or something. Place on my phone and this information to those of love, light, frequency, truth, justice, and peace. What messages do you have for us, the collective? We have keep going. Your divine elevated ancestors want to remind you that they love you dearly. So you're really loved, fam. Like, no matter what you have gone through, no matter what you're releasing or dreaming of or moving towards or feeling, your ancestors really love you. And even if you haven't been feeling loved, or if you've been feeling rejected or hurt or stuck in your head or dealing with like mental health stuff as well, or overwhelmed, because there is a lot of emotion, sometimes like what we are releasing is like positive. We also have 222, prioritize peace. So at this current time, it's important for us to move towards what is going to bring us peace. Might be seeing 222. What is your favorite thing about yourself? Is a question you might want to ask yourself at this time. Yeah, some of us aren't feeling that great about ourselves, maybe. I don't know. Or just need to focus on the positives. Yeah. So some of us may be feeling insecure about ourselves or something like that. Or maybe we're like inexperienced in an area and it's like confusing. We also have lack of direction, need to connect with intuition, tap into emotional intelligence, instincts, nurture shifts, loss leading to new wealth and wishes, new approach. I think maybe there's like things that we can't see in the future, and it's like sometimes some of us may be like wanting all the answers to things, but I'm seeing like it's important for us to learn to just like trust and go with what is, focus on the positive, the things that we love about ourselves, and working on connecting to our intuition a little bit more. So maybe the so-called divine feminine energy within us. This might come through like needing to take a break, returning all negative and unbeneficial energies sent our way back to sender. Some of us will be getting a new opportunity of wealth. Let's be ready for that. And some of us also need to like heal. Yeah, our heart is really important. Kawa is coming through. So yes, so leave that there, fam. If you want to book a personal reading with us, our website is in the bio or on the screen.